Hello, friends. Welcome to Youth Rising. This is Lindsay Loss, Certified Youth Life Coach. And today we are talking about a hot topic. We are talking about motivation. Now, I hear this a lot from teens and tweens like, I just don't feel like it. I'm just not motivated. I want to be motivated to do things. So, we're going to delve into that a little bit today. And I think you'll walk away with some ideas about how to help yourself. Do you sometimes kind of just wait to feel motivated before you do something? Do you think, oh man, if I was just more motivated, I would get that done? I would do that. Do you wonder how to create motivation for yourself? Well, these are some of the questions we are going to solve today. So, there's two things I'm going to talk about. The first is motivation actually necessary to get things done? And two, if I really do want to feel motivated, how do I create that? So, the first one, is motivation really necessary? So, let me talk to you about that from a personal example. So, I have been putting out a YouTube video every week for about a year and a half now. And I don't always feel motivated. I don't always think, yeah, that's exactly what I want to do right now. I want to make a YouTube video. And if I waited around for myself to feel motivated to do that, I probably wouldn't have got a video out every week for the last year and a half. But the thing is that I rely on different emotions and different things to keep me moving forward. So, for example, I'm committed to myself and I'm committed to you to continue to create a video every week. And because of that commitment, I show up every week and I create a video every week. And sometimes I do. I feel super motivated and excited about the topic I'm sharing. And then there's other times I just don't. And that's okay. So I want you to notice that it's okay to not feel motivated all the time about things that you need to do, things that you want to do, things that you expect yourself to do, things that other people expect you to do. And you don't have to wait around to feel motivated. So if you can just notice when you're feeling apathetic or unmotivated, notice that emotion. Don't get upset with yourself for feeling that. Notice that it's there. Allow it to be there. And if you are more willing to just allow it to be there instead of pushing it away and tell yourself you shouldn't feel that way, it is more likely to pass. The other thing is that you can rely on other emotions to help you do things. Like one that I mentioned was committed. You maybe feel committed to getting a certain grade in a class. Sometimes you're not going to feel motivated to study, but if you're committed to showing up and studying and working your hardest for that specific subject, then that's okay. You don't have to feel motivated. Maybe you are on a sports team or in a band or you play a musical instrument. You're not always going to feel motivated to practice. Sometimes you're going to want to go and just play video games or get outside or watch a movie. Again, you don't have to rely on motivation. You can decide ahead of time what's important to you. And you can decide when you're going to do those things and that you're the kind of person that shows up and does those things when you want to do them. So at the beginning of the week or just for the year, you're like, hey, I'm going to practice my instrument for a half hour every day. And so instead of waiting to feel motivated to do it, you're just like, hey, this is who I am. This is what I do, and I'm going to do it. And some days you're going to feel motivated. Some days you're going to be excited, and that's awesome. And on the days that you're not, just notice that. Recognize it's okay, and then do it anyway. And you can decide that you are worth it to keep that commitment to yourself and move forward on that specific thing you've decided to do. And if that's something you struggle with, believing that you're worth it to commit to that schedule or that decision you've made, book a free 30-minute call with me and I will help you look into how we can help you believe that you are worth it. The second thing that we're going to look at is, what if you really want to create that feeling of motivation for yourself? What if you want to feel motivated? Now, motivation is an emotion. It's a feeling. And we know that it's our thoughts that create our feelings and emotions. So if you want to feel motivated, one way to do that is to create a thought that creates that feeling for you. Now, everyone's different. Everyone's motivated by different things. Everyone creates different emotions from different thoughts. It's going to be something you're going to have to come up with for yourself, but I will give you some ideas. So one thing I love to think is my future self will thank me for doing this. This hard work right now is really going to pay off later. This is what I do. This is who I am. I am the kind of person that follows through on my commitment. Oh, this is what I love too, is last time this activity was on my schedule and I did it, I felt so good after. And for me, that comes with exercise. Sometimes I'm not motivated to exercise. I would rather take a nap. But I remind myself that last time I did my yoga or went on a bike ride, that I came home feeling amazing and energized. So I like to remind myself that I will be happy that I did this later. So those are some ideas, and just really get creative of what is going to motivate you and create that feeling of motivation for you. The other thing I want you to do is that notice what maybe some stories you're telling yourself about yourself, or stories that you're telling yourself about the world that may be keeping you from feeling motivated. So really get curious, like, why am I not motivated to do this? Like, what's under that? Am I nervous about something? Am I scared about something? What is really holding me back? And sometimes these are just like sneaky thoughts, like, oh, it's not going to matter. You'll probably fail. It's just not worth doing. Who do you think you are to think you can do this? Other people will think it's silly. And so I want you to get really curious about why you're not feeling motivated. And notice if there's a thought in there that is keeping you from wanting to do it, keeping you from feeling like you're the kind of person that can go ahead and do this thing in your life. Finding these sneaky thoughts that are keeping you from feeling that worthiness inside yourself, from feeling like you can go ahead and do these things that you really want to do in your life, that is one of my specialties, helping you find those sneaky thoughts and noticing them, figuring out what they are, accepting them, and then moving on to something else. Choosing a thought that helps you to move forward, do the things in life that you want to do, and feel that motivation. So remember, 1, you do not always have to feel motivated. And 2, if you want to feel motivated, there are ways and thoughts you can create to create that motivation. And finding those sneaky thoughts that are keeping you from feeling motivated can be really helpful. So book a 30-minute free discovery call with me, and I will help you on the road to figuring out those sneaky thoughts that are keeping you from believing in you. Have an amazing week. Get curious about your motivation or your unmotivation, and let me know in the comments below, what are those sneaky thoughts that are holding you back?